Hey Aquarius, welcome to the channel today. Let's see, it is Friday, September 9th. Let's just dive right into your reading. We're going to be using the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck, one of my favorites. Beautiful, beautiful cards. But let's see what your reading has in store for you today. Just going to dive right in here. What are the messages for Aquarius? What are the messages for Aquarius? First card for you, Aquarius, is the Holy Mountain. Number 25 or the number 7. July could be a significant month for you. Next card we have is Taming the Wind. Number 55 or 10. October could also be significant for you coming up. Next card we have is the Sorcerer. 48 or 12. December could also be a significant month. Those are the past positions, Aquarius. Let's see what we have for the present. Got the Blade, the Eagle, and the Blade was number 6. June could be a significant month for you. Or the Eagle, number 7. One more for Aquarius for the present. The Lower World, card number 31 or 4, April, could also be significant. Future position, Aquarius, we've got Vision Quest number 60. The Tree of Life, number 58 or 13 or number 4. And we've got the Hummingbird, number 26 or number 8. The bottom of the deck, we have the Crow. Interesting reading, Aquarius. Number 13 or number 4 again, so April. Just taking a look here too. This card is also drawing me, and I don't know why, Aquarius, but I'm just going to pick it. On the bottom, under the Crow, was many paths. Card number 34 or 7. So, Aquarius, going back to the past. Aquarius, you've been on a journey, a long journey. If you felt like you have been taking 10 steps ahead, like 10 steps forward, 5 steps back, 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, this indicates to me that there's been some type of struggle. You've been, could have started maybe in July, potentially, where you felt like this was some type of uphill battle around you. And you've been trying to go with the flow as of late, but it's been challenging. Taming the Wind, I think of an air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Could be rising sign, moon sign, or sun sign around you. Could also be you. But it seems like there's an interesting contrast in these two cards, right? Because it's like you're struggling to go towards something that maybe doesn't want you getting close to it. It's like there's a weird energy around you, Aquarius, at the moment. If you felt like you've been fighting a battle, either internal battle or within the connections you have around you, and trying to go with the flow, I feel like you have, it's been a struggle, to say the least. And again, this could have started in July, and maybe it's going to be ending in October, but I feel like you've been fighting some type of battle in and around you, and it's been a lot of work. You've been trying to go along with the flow, just going with the flow, letting things go to the wayside. But something is pushing you in a different direction. There's been like a force greater than what you can control, and I think that that's, maybe you're not liking it, Aquarius. It's been quite an effort to get full reins over this situation, whatever it is, because it's I keep wanting to say beyond you or above you, not like meaning like it's better or worse than you, but it's like too great for you to fathom what is going on here. It's like a constant struggle just getting to grips or coming to terms with something that's maybe slipping through your hands and there's no way to control it. It's kind of like forcing you to relinquish all power and control over the matter because it's just above your means to have any control to manipulate it. Like something's trying to free itself from your surroundings and you're trying to hold tight onto something, but it's forcing you to let go. Unfortunately, it's like beyond your ability to control it. The reason why I know that is because in the present position, you got the blade cutting off something that has likely forced you to transform in ways that are not pleasant, or it's forcing you to come to terms to look at a transformation. And I feel strongly this is likely a relationship or connection that you're having. Could be work, but I'm not really getting that. I'm more so getting there's been something's either cutting itself off from you or it's transforming. And I think you're having a very hard time with it because it's forcing you to let go of, like, you've watched it transform, Aquarius, in ways that are not great. And you've also watched yourself transform in ways that has probably brought you down to the depths of despair, sadness, grief, guilt. It's even possible there could be addictions or just lower world behaviors, habits, things that you're doing that are not positive. And it's forcing you to look at yourself in new ways that I don't think you're fully proud of, unfortunately. Or just face your demons. That's what I keep hearing in the background, Aquarius, in ways that I don't think you've had to in the past. The eagle, when I look at that, it's like a cutting off of old ways of being, old ways of doing things, old habits, old people, old connections. Even again, if it's an addiction or a habit or a obsession with something, it's forcing you to take a look at it, finally. Like the eagle, I think freedom. So if you've been trying to, like, cut ties with, I don't know why, but I keep getting an addiction, I keep getting obsession, control, something that has been controlling your life, Aquarius, in a way that is not positive. Or even just, again, behaviors, old ways of being or habits. You're having a hard time letting go or stopping that so you can be free. And it's forcing you to transform in a way that I don't think you were fully prepared for. The reason for that is because, moving towards the future, I see there's a new path that you're being forced to take. I don't think you were prepared for this, but it's forcing you to look ahead to the future in ways that are forcing you to maybe make tough choices or decisions as to how do I proceed for the future. And you're asking deep questions to yourself as to what is my greater purpose in the context of this relationship, this connection, this life that I'm living. Maybe it's not known at this time, but you're searching deep within your heart to understand, why is this happening? Why am I being cut off? Why is something being cut off from me? Something that is familiar and grounded in foundation or stability. And why am I having to look at myself in ways that I don't want to fully see? And being forced to transform for the future. If you are terrified to move forward on a different path, Aquarius, it's interesting. You have two birds here. You've got the hummingbird and you've got the crow. The crow, I look at, there are dark aspects to your being. There are truths within your heart that you're not ready to face, but you're being forced to. And something wants you to free yourself of this situation, because I think that you are so caught up in a way of living, a way of being that you know is not healthy and good for yourself, but you don't know how to proceed forward because you're so engulfed in it. It's like you're not able to cut yourself off from doing things and engaging with people in ways that are unhealthy, engaging with yourself. It's almost like cutting yourself off from your own truth and wisdom as to how do I live healthy, happy, and how do I create stability in my heart for myself, understanding what is the greater purpose of this situation, because it's quite possible that this has been a huge burden on your life or someone around you, and you're not understanding why it's happening. Instead, you're being forced to look at different avenues that you need to assess. Which way am I going to go from here, because it's no longer an option for you. It's quite possible that sometimes we have to self-destruct before we can be free of things that are not good for us ultimately, but we just don't want to take a look at it. So if you're at that point, Aquarius, just know that this is your opportunity to transform, to evolve, to change. Again, significant months could have been for you. Could have started in July. You could be ending in October or December of this year, but something's forcing you to go deep within yourself to really assess, what am I doing anymore with my life? It's not necessarily a negative thing, but there's a greater purpose that you are not, or something that's hidden from you, that you're like looking the other way, but you know what's going on. It's almost like something's trying to free itself from you, but again, you are just refusing to take a look at it. You don't want to accept the truth of the matter. And it's quite possible that you could have been a contributor to this based on negative ways of being or habits or destructive ways. And unfortunately, it's going to end in the near future here, whether you like it or not. A couple more. We've got the seer, 45. So number 9 is probably going to be significant month. September is going to be a significant month for you. This is probably all going to come forth. Something that was hidden, you're going to see finally. If somebody's been unhappy, if you've been unhappy, something's going to come to light about yourself or somebody else in the month of September that you can no longer hide from. You got to unfortunately face the truth for what it is. And number 7, the child. There's something from your past childhood or something that is reawakening inside of you. If you've been scared, fearful on how to proceed forward, if you haven't, it could be children too involved. Maybe there's something you need to see that is toxic towards the people around you. Children could be involved as well. Behaviors. Lower world is usually negative ways of being, behaviors, addictions. The darker aspects to are the way of living that has been harmful to other people, particularly probably children. And you're starting to see the truth for what it is now, unfortunately, that you can no longer deny it because you have to move forward. One more for you, Aquarius. This is a really deep reading, I know, but I feel strongly that you're meant to release whatever situation has taken hold of you and take ownership for your own life finally. Seek deeper purpose in yourself and climb that mountain again, knowing that you can do it. You have to do it alone. You're not able to do it in the context of a partnership. I think something's calling out for you to do things the right way for this children in particular, your inner child that has been neglected, or having self-love because you've been neglecting yourself, maybe, and healthy ways of being. the Andean cross, number 2. So in coming up in February, you could see a total realignment of your life path. In fact, I feel that's likely to happen. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be quite a bit of a challenge, but just know that there's a lot of self-love that has to occur first within you, Aquarius, before you can find stability and some footing and grounding. But it's calling for you to cut things out that are just not healthy anymore. Look deep at yourself and some of your actions that you've taken and find deeper truth within the purpose for being here, because there's other people being impacted around you negatively, and I think you're starting to realize that fully. But you got to step into your power fully, Aquarius, and no longer neglect even some self-love and healing that you need to do fully before things can improve. That's kind of all I have for you. I know that was really deep, Aquarius, but that's just kind of the reading I've gotten for you for today. If you'd like a personal, check the description box below for my email. Shoot me a quick note. We'll get something set up for you. And if you can, like, share, subscribe. Would love if anyone puts a comment in. Always love to know if this resonates with you or if this is way off base. It sounds like a very specific message for a very specific person. So might only mean something for a few people, but whoever's meant to kind of hear the message is going to hear the message. So ultimately, I hope you guys have an amazing week. Let me know if this resonates, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. All right? Have a great rest of your week. Take care, guys. Bye.